Hello there. In this video, we're going to look on a MidJourney from the beginning. I mean, if you don't even know how to use Discord or don't install it on your computer, we're going from the beginning. How to create an account on Discord, how to access MidJourney, how to create private chat with a MidJourney bot, and most important, how you can go and use the commands to create some very nice images. Will be introduction level. And if you feel you're a little bit more advanced, be sure to watch next video where I cover all advanced topics inside the MidJourney. Let's go ahead and start it. First, we need going to log in Discord. If you don't have an account, you will need create one. Let's go and do one. Right here, we're under discord.com, and on the bottom you can see it says register. Let's go ahead and click. Right there, you need to provide your email, display name. This is how the people see as a handle. Username, password, and birth date. This is required to access special content. After you fill up all information, click on continue. Well, I hope I'm human. Let's go click OK. And in this case, it does not think I'm human, so I'm going to select a couple things to verify it. In my case, you'll notice it says email already registered, so we're going to use a different one. Your next step after this, verify email. So in your email account, whatever you was using, should come up with a link where you just click. So let's go ahead and check this. After verification is completed, you should come to the area where it says create your first Discord server, or you don't need one. So we'll just click on, and this is our empty. Now we want to access the MidJourney. For this, you can go to midjourney.com, which will redirect to your login screen. Go ahead. You can click sign in or join beta. Because if I don't have the account with MidJourney, I want to join. So I'm go ahead, click join, and it will ask me for verification with Discord. Let's go ahead and click accept invite. And again, it's asking if I'm human. Yes, I hope I'm human. It's keep on asking. We don't want open applications because you can do this, download applications from the website and install it. But we'll look on plus and minuses on both of them a little bit later. So right here we have it our hub, so we'll just close it. And there's our MidJourney. I don't think we can create empty images. Let me try it. Right now on this account, it's not yet subscribed to MidJourney. Previously, they allowed you to do like 10 images, I think, to test, and then maybe remove it. So let's go ahead. I will type command. It's called imagine. And let's go write tomato. Oh, how about this? We'll do angry tomato holding knife and sign stay away. How about we'll do this one? Let's press enter. And you notice right here it says not accepted. You must be term of services. So let's go ahead, click accept terms of services right here. There you go. And after we read all terms of services, we accept them. It's come up and says subscription required. The interesting things about requiring subscriptions, as I said before, it is was free some. But we can go and click manage account. Let's go visit site. And right now we click again login here. We'll give it access to the Discord because it's always using Discord to log in. And you notice right there we have it our subscriptions. The plan is start from $8 a month. Again, notice this is billed annually. So if you want monthly, in which I recommend for you, if you're first time starting with MidJourney, start with monthly because that way you know if you're going to use or not. Let's switch to bill monthly, and we have it plans: basic plan, standard, pro, and mega. Different is basic. You cannot use the relax mode, which is actually very useful. And if you look right here, you can generate only about 200 images a month for $10. $20 more can give you unlimited relax generation, which is meaning it does not going to count your time, and it's rendered quite a bit fast. And also you have a 15 hours generation time. All this 60 Pro plan, a little bit more. It gives you more jobs you can process, more options available. And of course we have it stealth mode right here. It's meaning if I generate on standard plan, people can go and see what images I'm creating. If I'm creating with a pro or a mega plan, people don't see what images I'm creating. It's good and bad, because really I don't care if people see my images here. But if you work on some project for the client or other things and you don't want them to see it, you can set pro plan. Interesting things about this, because it does not require any special things from the server. I think it just only milking money from the client. That's all what it is, because any plans then can be don't display images, so they just make extra cash on absolutely nothing with this. I would recommend for you, if you start first time, start with standard plan. I know you think the basic plan work, but you will run very fast out of credit, and then you need to pay additional $30 to go with this. So be sure that your first month when you start with MidJourney and you want to experiment, take unlimited on the relax mode, take this standard plan, 30 months. You can upgrade or downgrade any down the road, but they won't refund you money if you're downgrading. It's the next month will start with lower price. Okay, let's say you subscribed now. Then you can go back to the Discord, and I'm using web browser based Discord, so we can preview. On the side you need to select your MidJourney. In my case, you can see I have a lot of different servers. In your case, you may have just a handful of them, or maybe just only one. First, what I want to recommend for you to do is going in a MidJourney, going into the info sections, and from here look on a couple places. One, get started, with very simple explanations what you can do, but it will require some going and read manual, what could be boring. Personally, I prefer put it hands-on and learn as you're playing alone, and this is easy way to do this. The next, look on announcements. I will very often go check announcements, because sometimes they say like new updates when it's coming, or what new features was added, all options, as well as status on a currently developed. Below status on the servers, it's tell you if any issue happening. If for some reason your generator does not work or something going on, you can go inside and check maybe server is down or other things. Rules for generating. And this is many important, because you don't want to have a bad conversation with other people. So it's kind of don't be jerk, very simple things, and also what you can or cannot render or creating with a MidJourney. Next, we have an additional welcome. Your billing triangle support. This is directly connection. If you have any problems, I would recommend go and support and just type question here, and people will help you a lot answering. They actually work very fast in answer. Next, rooms, it's where you can actually generate images if you need it. Newbies, if you just started, you can go here, and I do like browse some of those rooms, because you can see what people use it prompts and what they give it result. And that's nice, because you don't need to spend your time to generate, you just kind of learn on those prompts. Next, if you're going down, you'll notice it's got some alpha testing. If you are in alpha, involved in alpha testings, currently, if you have it over, I think 1,000 images or whatever generated, then you'll be in alpha area. Below, if depend on what club, how many you generated, I am think about like 50,000 or something images, so a little bit more, but right here is different. Chats, if you want just discussing, all is going down. Showcases, very nice about this, because you can go over and see how the people creating, again, very best way to learn by examples. What we're looking for, if we're going all the way down in a group where it says general images or generation, this is a room where people just going and generate the images. Things about generating images here that you'll notice as you're creating, people create new images and it's keep on scrolling. It's very, very hard to find your own images. Because of that, I would recommend for you just establish your special channel with a MidJourney bot. It just will be between you and robot. It does not, however, make them private. People can still see your images on a website, but it won't be displayed here. To do this, you just can see where you see the MidJourney. You can click on MidJourney, going down in the chat below, and just type start or any word. And as you're typing, it will open special direct messages with a MidJourney currently. And right here you can see this is what I type start, and I start my chat. Mine already have plenty of the stuff I was playing around before. In yours, if you just started, it's most likely will be absolutely nothing. And here you can start creating your own work. To create with a Discord, you need use special commands that send to the server and tell what precisely you want to do. Set of commands you can always go and check on a website. And speak about website, you remember we went to midjourney.com. When you go next time and you log in as your subscriber, you will have it kind of like this interface where you have it Explorer, and you can see artwork of all other people that they're creating. Remember, I told you that's not private. They can access here, or they can just even type your name and access by your name. Then next, you can go to My Images, where you can see all images that you can create before. You can filter through these images, but going and click on the filters, and notice right here I just have it upscale. You can select also grid, and in this case you will have it grid and upscale images. I would kind of don't recommend use it grid because you can see some image displaying more, and thus is not upscale. So if I try to save, there will be very low resolution. So reason why I like to display just upscale images, so I know they're higher resolutions and I can use them. As well, you have an option to search prompt. For example, if I want to look everywhere where I used word space, I can just type in and they displaying. You can download it each individual image by clicking on an image. As you can see, we click, it's expand, and we have a button right there. We can download that image directly to your computer. As well, we have some prompt available. More options available in the 3 dots, where you can copy, report, download it, or open this specifically in the Discord. Below, we have a copy prompt or search for some image, and as well ratings. Ratings, it's helping in your search, as well help if you're rating to the MidJourney know which images you kind of like it from this prompt. You can download it more than just one image at a time. For this, you can just click and it says select all here, or you can also just use it Control key and just download it each individual select. Usually I just select all or select by search and download it all of them on my computer. So right there we can preview all of your images that you created. Let's go ahead and erase space because I don't need space anymore. On the left side, if we continue Explorer, you have options to rate images. Rating helps MidJourney recognize which images look better and not. And you know, I give you a small secret. If you first time you created some images, rating them, sometimes they give you extra credit, you know, in your hours, so you can. It's worth to spend a little bit time to help optimize for MidJourney. Below we have our community, and this will be just going to take you to the MidJourney, to the forums as usual. What we actually looking at is few under there. One, we'll skip help for the second. It will be light mode, and you can switch to the dark mode depending on which one you prefer. Next, your account, when you can click and manage your subscriptions. By the way, if you want to cancel, this is what's happening. You go to your account, manage subscriptions. It's showing your current plan, and mine is a standard plan, which says active. And you can activate, you can cancel, and you can do all necessary things from here. The view help is what I said before. It is help if we're going to documentation. So let's go ahead. We'll click on documentation. And this is options where help you how to use it, point details, Discord, what to write, what command to use it, and as well start it with your MidJourney. If you want to create advanced type of the navigation and advanced type of the prompt, I highly recommend to read this because a lot of stuff. And tell you true, MidJourney, to some case, they pack quite a bit stuff inside. You can do it. I was surprised on amount of variation can do. Of course, it's not as flexible and customizable as maybe Stable Diffusion on your local installations or Collab, but it does provide surprisingly a lot of options you can do inside the Discord. So this is that. Let's go back, jump to our Discord and try to play. Okay, first and most important command we want to know, it is imagine. You'll notice I type backslash and I type imagine, and after when it start pop up, it's already pre-select top. I can just click and there's mine prompt. Notice it's prompt and blinking. Sometimes if your mouse go out of the prompt, if you type here, it won't be processed, so you want to be sure you get it inside of this prompt. And let's go type iceberg, crash it into the New York. Yes, I do like disasters. By default, it's all what you needed. You can use a descriptive language, and on depend what versions of MidJourney you're using, you can adjust prompt to work best, and we'll look in a second how we can do this. Okay, so let me fix right here my grammar. When you're done typing, just press enter, and you can see right here it start processing. I am on fast mode, so it's meaning I will use it my hours for this. If I would recommend when you experiment, use it to relax mode. It's not much slower, actually. In some cases I find it's almost going hand by hand, but it is not using your hours, or what is meaning like you have 15 hours GPU time. It does not mean time when you log in and you start just not doing. It's only utilize and calculate time, which is actually you using the GPU to render your images. To find out if you are on a fast time or how many hours you have it or anything, you can just type /info. Notice you can type a command as it's still processing. So you can stack multiple commands or multiple renders at the same time. Okay, as it's still rendering, it's completed. We'll look in a second. Let's look on our info. And right here, it's have my user ID, subscription, standard, monthly. You can see right here, it's specify, public mode, visibility mode public. It's mean anybody can see. And I have it 13.34 hours left, or 88% from my 15 hours. Also, this is how much I did on this account. And on this account, I did it 35,000 images and 25 in the relax mode. So it's quite a bit lot of in the relax mode. It's safe. Next, you have it how many jobs in queue or query. You can process at one time 3 jobs you can process, and 7 total, I think 10 can be stacked in. And of course here is showing what job was running. Right now this is done, and you can see it's created. So let's go look what's happening. When it's render or generated for you, you have it 4 images to choose from. So if we click on them, it's expand and showing. Notice it's actually very interesting images, but they're small size and they actually stick together. To separate, we want upscale. Upscale, it's this U, which stands for upscale, and upscale already done on a server. So for you to upscale, you won't use it any of your hours. And just notice how fast it will be. If I press U1, it's pop up here. It's already upscale, because all what it does is go to this server and retrieve that image. And right here is my image. I can also preview. If I click on open in the browser, it's open full size of the browser. That is important to understand. If I go right here and save this image, will be smaller image than actually render. I would recommend for you to go, if you want save from this interface, click on open in browser, and as you open you can right click and save from here if you want it, because this will be your full resolution image. Okay, let's go ahead, close this. And as we look on upscale, let's look next. Below you can see V, it's for variations. So for example, I like this image on top, but I want change on the variations. My variations, when I click, will ask for prompt adjustments. I'll show in a second how you can access this in your other settings. So let's go ahead, click on V versions. Right here, notice it's pop up, and I can create type retro 1930s. And also I can specify style I want it. For example, illustration, oil painting. So I can do this. Next, it was added version 6.0 on time of recording. It was alpha version of 6.0. And I can click submit. In this case, let's take it, and you can see right here, my remix start working. That is for version. If you want to redo everything, you can just click on this icon, look like redo or something. It's pop up and same, it's give it prompt, but this prompt will generate all of those images. And it's useful if sometimes you don't like it what you see, you can click on that prompt and generate. The other nice features about this, sometimes this button's not highlight. So if, for example, if I'm going upscale number 2 and I'm very impatient and I click again, you'll notice it's come up with error right here, and it says you cannot rescale because it's give it 30 seconds before you click. This is very nice option. Just it does not do anything, it's just only informing you, but it's nice to know if for some reason button did not highlight it, or it doesn't, you don't know if you already upscale. Don't worry, just click second time. Worst things, it just will come up with these notifications. So that's all it is. And of course, after 30 seconds, if you want to upscale second time, you can go ahead, click and upscale. Let's go ahead down. See, this is our update. You can see we have it image that we just kind of upscale. Okay, this is our image from before, our slow down things, and there is our iceberg. You remember when we did illustrations, oil painting? So here's created. We can click on this, open and preview, and you can see it does have a little bit more illustrations effect. So you can play with that. Yeah, so it's kind of fun to create, but let's look on some settings where we have it access. To access settings, we go to the prompt message box, type / and type settings. Notice as you start typing, it's pop up. So I'm click settings and click again. In this case, I have this menu open, which allowed me to specify my pre-default settings. It's meaning that you don't need to type them. They always will be added to the end, but it doesn't matter. You cannot change them in line. So for example, if we're going to MidJourney model, you'll notice right here we have it our model 6, 5, 5, 1. We have it Niji, we have it all these different models 1, 2, 3 included version 1. So you can actually set, if you want here, to version 1. And from now, if I'm going to render something, let's go to says imagine apple with the hands. Just something very weird, and we're going to render. That will utilize, notice it's add right here, version 1. Q2, it says quality. And quality, if you notice, it's when you specify what you want. By my default, it says Q2, which is mean highest quality. I will say just leave it like this. As is rendering, we can look right there, stylizations. We'll look a little bit later on stylizations, but to get more stylizations, more flexibility, UI, MidJourney will have it to create different images, and less stylizations, more closer to prompt it will be. Public mode, you cannot change this. If you try to change public mode, it's also pop-up message and says you need change or pay them a little bit more money for the private mode. Remix mode, this one is what allowed you to pop up when you make variations or change. So let me show you. If I uncheck the remix mode and just click on variations, it just start creating variations without pop-up remix mode. I don't like this because many times when I want variations, I want just verify string or maybe modify. So on this reason, I like to remix mode enable. So that time when I go click variations, you'll notice a remix prompt pop up. And in this case, I can go ahead and try add something different in this case and click submit. Next, high variant mode. It means when I create it, if you look on the images, they're very distinguished from one to another. You can make low variations. They look less different, more closer together. Personally, I found high variation for me work better because I want to see all different imaginative those images and select one that I think going closer. Again, you can modify this here, which is default, or you can modify when you create inside the command line. We have a sticky style. This is a little bit more advanced, and at the beginning I would recommend don't worry about that. But this one is covered in my other videos as well, and we probably cover more in advanced mode for the MidJourney. Turbo mode. Right now we're on fast mode, and fast mode consume your GPU hours. Fast mode, it will double consume, but it's supposed to be super fast creation. Usually for me, it's already create quite a bit fast and I don't need turbo mode, but if you want to experiment, you're welcome. Most time, I like to actually be in a relax mode. I found the relax mode work as fast as a fast mode in many cases, then it does not consume any of your hours. So you technically, if you only render in relax mode, you will use it. You won't use any of your hours, your GPU hours, if you're on that plan. And it's meaning you can render unlimited amount of images. And of course, reset settings if you mess up with something. All of this stuff you can do from command mode. So let's go ahead down and look. Right here is our first variations. Remember, I click. There is my version 1, and we, by the way, we are on a version 1 still be. Even right here, remix still have it version 6. But remember, I switched to version 1, so I need to go back probably in settings and reset to version 6. I don't want a version 1, but this is kind of funny looking. One thing I do like work with versions because it showed me progress. It showed me how the MidJourney was from very small things with very, I don't know, ugly looking, or grow to new and newer. Well, let me show you an example. So right here, we go back to settings. And in settings, let's go switch from our version 1. We'll go to latest version 6. And it's all what we needed. We just need select and we'll update it. And now we'll just go this prompt. Let's go grab it. We'll grab this prompt right here. We don't need all of these special parameters, okay? And we can go just type imagine, pass the prompt, and click enter. So you can see this is already version 6. You remember, I tell you, you can change some of those parameters. And some parameters not available in the settings, but they are must to know and use it. What I'm meaning by this? Our image currently is generated and they're square. Well, you know, square is kind of nice, but I like to use maybe portrait or landscape mode. For example, if I'm going and I have it imagine portrait, let's go with that rococo, yes? Rococo portrait of the young woman in a rococo dress. Let's go says Rembrandt lighting. Okay, I think it's this way. And we're going, oh, by the way, this is a version 6, remember the version 1, and here's a version 6. I mean, it's a little bit different, I think. Yeah, it's look very nice. Okay, so back to our prompt. Right here, we have it, our prompt typing. And you know, I'm just going to copy this prompt. So let me copy this prompt. Oops. Control C. Okay, that will render. And this is rendering will be as a square. But if I want portrait, I want to render in portrait mode. So we'll go again, imagine, we'll paste this, and we're going dash dash any parameter that you put after it's mid start with dash dash, okay? Next, we need to put a special command. And those special command, you can always go back to this manual and see if you don't remember them. But usually if you start working, you'll remember. You don't need to remember all of them because honestly, you will use maybe a handful of those commands that it's most useful, but it's nice to know a place where you can see them. So right here on this portrait, which is actually very nice, but it's a squarish, I can type AR, which stands for aspect ratio. And for the portrait, I want 2:3. So this is aspect ratio. It's giving me 2 on the horizontal and 3 on the top. So let's go ahead, type this. And next, if, for example, as it's rendering, we can say beautiful. One thing what I like to do in my case, I like actually put it space up front. The reason I use it Grammarly, which has helped me with my spelling. And if it's just have one space up front, Grammarly will detect properly for me. Beautiful landscape. Actually, you know what? Let's go with a seascape. Seascape, storm, sheep, crashing into sharp rocks. And let's specify golden hours. It's another small secret. Golden hour, if you add it, it will add this perfectly sunset or sunrise. I mean, give it extra effect, and it's this golden hour. It's a nice combination of words. But again, I want to do now something more interesting. So I want, see, crushing, if I can only spell properly, yes, storm, there you go. Okay, golden hour, but I want landscape because it's a landscape, yes. So I will do dash dash AR, aspect ratio, and I'm going to do 16:9. 16:9 is aspect ratio, which is normal. Have it on your widescreen. So if you have it HD television or 4K, they mostly use it 16:9 aspect ratio. So we'll do this and press enter. Okay, so right here we have some renders, and my ships was rendered before. Let's look on our landscape. If I click right here, you can see we have a very nice, beautiful look, like a nice golden hour, yes. Nice render on our ships, and we can actually upscale any of them, but landscape definitely work much better in this case. And this again because we're using aspect ratio. Let's look also on our portraits, and you can see right here we have the beautiful portraits. And what do you think? I think the portrait mode, it's work much better than our square mode because we have a little bit more view on this, and it's what we used to this. We used to see this. Also, it's a good time to point on a couple things. I mentioned before, some like the golden hour. It is important small things you can add to work with your strings. And I actually have very good videos for you to watch about how to compose strings inside the MidJourney or what the format is recommended for you. So be sure you watch this as well. Watch my another video where we're going to work and create from the photos a real cinematic type portraits. Okay, so let's go back. And right here, look, we have a Rococo portrait, but you know what? This is not Rococo dress. I don't know if you're familiar or not. Rococo, it's more pastel colors, fluffy and everything. What is messing up with this string, it's this lighting I put on the end, the Rembrandt lighting. So let me do this way. We'll go copy all of the strings, included our aspect ratio. We're going down, press imagine here. We'll go paste, but let's take this Rembrandt lighting off. Just 2 words, Rembrandt lighting, okay? And let's see how much it will change. Okay, and here's how much difference. So this one, remember with the Rembrandt lighting, even we have the same Rococo portraits, and look right there. This is what the Rococo look like. Look on this fluffy pastel colors, all of this. This is only what is Rembrandt lighting. So when you work with your prompts, sometimes one single word can outweigh or change totally theme of the image you created. So that's why important for you to experiment this with you. And of course, it's have much more interesting things you can do with that, like work with images and other stuff. But you know what? This is advanced type for the MidJourney. And I would recommend to watch your next video where I'm going to cover all the special secret advanced mode and work more with the prompts and images as well. So thank you for watching. Be sure to watch this next video.